Welcome back to Ryan Mapping and welcome to Alternate Future of Aedes Pro WICSO. If you know Aedes Pro, you know what this map is, and this is a very popular series of his channel. The most popular, I think, maybe after, which is WICSO or what's the system over. But today we're gonna do an alternate scenario on it. So if you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us a lot. We are trying to defeat all of the other Ryan mappings in our community, in our region. So we have to become the true Ryan mapping and defeat all of them, so we could become the highest subscribers. So join that race. We are declaring one or the other Ryan mappings. Without further ado, let's get into today's episode. I'm becoming Aedes Pro. Wow. As you can see, if you know this map, this is map right before World War IV started in Aedes Pro WICSO. This is episode 66. It's about to break out. But for my map, that's not all. That's for my map. Maybe never happens. Just Cold War this Cold War just goes until forever, until Mesopotamia gets disseminated. I don't know. Why not communists and fascists just control the world? Now, this is an alternate scenario, so the things that are happening do not need to be realistic. They could be quite crazy, because I don't know how to make a realistic series, if I'm honest. Aedes is storytelling. That's great, but sometimes I just don't know what to tell, and I just go up to the next big event. So yeah, shout out Aedes for the storytelling. So the first event of today's episode is down over here in West Africa. If you know, these guys are a fascist nation. No, that's the province. They are a fascist nation, but something has just happened, and it's a very mysterious thing. The West African leader is officially ousted by this small group, and not ousted in the country. A lot of people say this group took over, because of an article that was posted by someone here, who some groups storming to the capital city. And now the leader of West Africa came on the stage and declared for the West African nation's current fascist dictator is now resigning. It's not the guy, it's someone else, and called himself the new prime minister. No one knows what happened to the other guy. No, somebody knows. He's still here. He's not in West Africa anymore. He fled to the gold team. And now here. And mysteriously, he's left the gold team to the Dutch. We don't know what happened. Probably because of the economical problems in here and the economical greatness here. I don't say greatness, but it's way better than what the heck will happen here. I don't even know what the heck will happen here. Probably not good stuff. Definitely not good stuff. Definitely not good stuff. Definitely. And this map doesn't look good. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that'll go. Okay, that's enough. Good. That's enough, gold team. That's just enough. That's enough. Please, that's enough. The gold team, that's enough. Yeah, that's. I just need to see that. I just want to stare at this thing. Man, I just stared at it. Bro, this villager map looks so uncanny. I don't know why I feel if I'm not good. But with this, the West African nation is now called as a free country, as a lot of the people celebrate, as the fascist dictatorship has quietly never pleases them. You know, that thing, fashion things, yeah, those, that has, it has, the government had, quietly changed from this fascist as the West Africans will officially declare to the world, declare that they are no longer a fascist state. Now they are a dictatorship. Or not this kind of dictatorship. How would you describe it? There's a bunch of people in this. So you could call this an oligarchy in West Africa. As an oligarchy establishes in West Africa from a fascist dictatorship. And what does this mean? But the bad thing is, this thing, a lot of people is like, we love this thing. But you know the problems of West Africa. You know it could cause world. Yeah, because even the worse things, they are absolutely die. And it's really like West Africa. Because West Africa will officially leave the parallelogram alliance as each one leaves it. With this, the dark side team also gets influenced to leave the alliance as well. And as you could see, the communists have got the biggest victory in their whole lives. The communists were pretty weak. If a fascist communist war, they could get demolished by the African powers, as the Rome cat also is very hard to deal with the Dutch right. And Africa could aiding them with their own allies, not that. They are very paranoid. Just the sheer strength. And Brazil, all of these states have sheer strength. And even now West Africa is up. And they think that give it time, the parallelogram alliance will go bye-bye. That's what. But yeah. But that's not the biggest thing happening in West Africa. Because you know what happens when a weak government come? You know. Yeah. Civil unrest. Yeah. A couple of fightings. Because in the ancient city of Tunis, a city that has pride of a state, which is not even in the original owner's hands, there's a lot of people angry, thinking that their state shall be rebrought into this globe. And with the perfect time, with riots even breaking out in the cities for the old government, because of the new government, it's not even a democracy, it's just the same thing, but worse, with less care for the citizens. I don't know how much care they got last time, but now it's so bad that they're not even looking at the country. It's a perfect time as these guys will rebel, as the city will move into open rebellion. Soon after, all the coastal region will all rebel, and also in the parts next to Libya, which is certain like very interesting. As more rebellions happen in the borders next to Libya, very interesting. You think that we firearms as a couple of these troops are going into their territory and even going far in it out, and they just allow it, and then mysteriously they're just going back. What the heck is happening in Libya? And what the heck are they Libya doing? No one knows. But with the rebellion coming up strength, and after a while gaining some of the cities, and be able to reset the state of the Mediterranean country. as the Mediterranean country who has died over 18 years ago, aroundish that time, will come back as this nation, thrive from democracy, will now rebel. As these guys use their immense military, because most of the West African military is right now conscripted of angry people and feel like the Mediterranean country will give them a lot more justice than any West African, than this West African thing. And some are just like, yeah, we're going to help you gain independence and also to overthrow this government. So there is no one fighting for the government except the National Guard. That's the only guy, except like the very highest of like people. Though like like their military stuff is 10 dudes. They have 1,000 people in the military, and the regular military is like a 200,000 on regular conscription for war is in rebellion 300,000. So most of that is now here, and this rebellion will kick off as they punch through the cities. They capture the city and move across the country. This city actually will get no fighting as multiple cities just rebel. As West Africa loses this, especially Saharan cities, which absolutely breaks out into open rebellion. This is now just a large area of no man's land, just going across the states because there's no one here to fight. And after a while, this city, and then basically the same thing happens. My God, this is lag. Yeah, bro, I was just mad that when I clicked this thing up, it didn't work. Wow, very laggy too. And this whole section and this section will all just become under Mediterranean countries' rule. And now, not even just that, more sections right near the city, which is right now just surrendered over. And as you can see, the Mediterranean country has but nothing. And now more things are happening. And that is an alliance suit. Yup. Yup. That's the rest of my intermission. I'm not gonna edit that. This is a very poorly edited series. And that's the Square Alliance was joined to reclaim Iberian possession of this land. Well, for this, Iberia is like, whoa, like scared to fight them, because at this point, Iberia still probably get reckoned by 10,000. Iberia has PTSD. The people, they know what happened last time, and they don't want to repeat it. But Iberia will be forced to send their forces in as they push through their way through this country. They take territories that were historically Iberian to liberate the people. When they get down, they met with hostility because the dark side sees people. So what the dark side sees, what they do now? They join the war. The Dark Side team forces, who are now became a lot more democratic, will move down and completely seize their old territory. these guys don't have that much problems. No, they're quite friendly. Why? Because they both have the same enemy, and that's the Maraca gun. And all of the purple team's forces will stop. The Dutch really doesn't care because even if they liberated this government, is just, they don't really care about. They don't want to start World War IV over a civil war. That's very stupid. So they're not doing it. As a lot of you forces pile into the northern part, take the city over here, and start bulging into the capital city. As the leaders meet their fate. As they hit the city, and the West African leader they flee. But that will quickly find these places where the leader are staying at, and that's just. And at the point, West Africa will fully surrender over to the Square Team and the Mediterranean country, ending the West African Civil War. So let's look at the peace treaty. So in the peace treaty, the peace treaty, as you can see, West Africa is reverted to episode 35 borders. And as when they gained independence, those borders, as they had to split out the Mediterranean country, which is now again a country, and also lose their Iberian claims. They don't look like episode 35. They are a little bit less land than episode 35. They only little strictly. As now Iberia is free from West African rule. And a tiny bit. They are all gone. Now as you can see, these days, Iberia and the Dark Science team heavily benefits, but the Dark Science team gains a lot more than Iberia. Yeah, because these were Dark Science team lands. While West Africa is changing their government and hopefully on a better path. And at this point, for the African powers, West Africa is like, they don't really that powerful. They realized they should have infiltrated their government and should have started the leader back. So a collapse of communism to not affect all of them. All these states declared neutrality. Well, now there's this theory has grown in state. It's the Dark Science team. They are holding it down. And down. They also need to they don't own. And now these guys are both, now the Dutch and the Purple team are fighting over influence in Africa even. Yeah. But that's all the event for today's video. It's the starting episode. But one thing we did, the lands of Mesopotamia never forget the empire that we ruled here. Was it essential for life? Was it a rebirth? Or is the empire forever gone? Or is it somewhere which you can redeem? Thank you everyone for watching today's episode, and I will see you guys next episode. Bye.